create and keep quality jobs in Alberta. We will get a fair share of royalties for Albertans by increasing royalties for the companies that are processing, that are not processing their bitumen in Alberta. The ones that are processing their bitumen in Alberta, they will be able to get a break on their royalties. We will regulate electricity to keep prices, the cost of electricity down to previous, like 10 years ago when it was regulated. We will ensure long-term predictable funding for the schools from kindergarten, from childcare, kindergarten to post-secondary schools. Again, I will seek to help you out on all these. We're going to help you from we're a people's party. We're helping you from being a child to a senior. And we'll help you out right from the start of when you're born to when you die. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Paul. I appreciate that. John, we'll find this last 2 minutes.
Thanks. Well, I think it was well on display today, but one of the reasons I think you should consider supporting me, and I'm the candidate for Fort McMurray Conklin, is because I have passion for this region. I have passion for the issues that are confronting us. I feel very passionate about making sure that we have publicly funded health care. I think it's going to be very important for this region that we make sure that we have the investment, government investment in this region. It's going to make sure that we can deliver the services our residents need here, not somewhere else. I have passion for education. We have one of the fastest growing municipalities in Alberta. We need government to recognize and to invest in this region to make sure that we have the schools and that we have the teaching capacity to deliver cutting edge education to our young people. I teach a course at Canada College. I have great faith in our young people. One of the things that I think we need to do is we need to move toward getting Canada College degree granting status. That's not going to be any short-term solution. We need to start working towards it though. Our kids should be able to get an education right here. That's going to be the answer to some of our future challenges. If we can educate our children here, they're a lot more likely to stay in this region. The other thing that I'm passionate about is our Premier. Premier Ellison Redford, I believe, will be great for this region. I have spent time with her. I think she's excellent. Mike and I were driving with her out to Suncor when she was here for a visit. And she, off the cuff, she had no reason to say it because Mike and I already support her. She said, I love this region when she was looking out at the landscape as we were driving up the road. That's the kind of Premier that I want in government. I want a Premier that has passion for this region. So those are my thoughts. I do have a website, it's donscott.ca, where you'll see our more basic platform. We do have materials outside as well. And I just want to thank all the candidates for being here today. I think it takes a lot of courage to be in front of everyone today and speaking about all these issues. So I just want to thank everybody and the organizers.
Thank you very much. Just speaking to the mic there, please.
Mike, here's Mike. Yeah. Thank you. We have a very important decision to make before April the 23rd. Thank you, Zafar. And we have an opportunity. For the first time ever, we have an opportunity to put two voices into the legislature. We have many choices as to what is going to happen. I believe that the PC party is not old and tired. It's tried and true. I think we need to continue to deliver the message that Wood Buffalo matters. The rest of the province is starting to recognize that. I've talked with several cabinet ministers since Premier Redford became the Premier, and they all indicated to me, people that were in the past perhaps not as supportive of Wood Buffalo, basically said the Premier said, we know what the problem is, we know where the issues are, and we know what the solutions are. Just get it done. That is the way this province is moving forward. It is the way, whatever happens here in Wood Buffalo is going to benefit the rest of the province. And she's left no question in our mind that it's one of her top priorities. Everything that we've discussed today is a top priority. Health, education, Highway 63. In fact, when she addressed an audience back in October, and she said Highway 63 is a significant priority, not just for this region, but for this province. She got an applause, and then she said, I can hardly wait till I no longer receive an applause for that statement. So it is a priority. It's a priority for us. This government will not cut services. We will not increase taxes. And we will continue to move forward. We're going to invest in health. We're going to invest in communities and the people that are in them. And we're going to invest in your education and the education of our children. So I believe that our vision, Don and myself, is the vision of the community, and we want to help move that forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, and thank you for all attending this afternoon, and congratulations to everyone that came and participated. This is the democratic right for each of us, and what we're proud to call Canada, to participate. I love our city, have been here over 30-some years, met my wife here, our son is going to kindergarten next year. I will use every fiber of energy that I have used in the past to go back to the Alberta Legislature representing your voice. But I belong to a party that's very different than the PC party of 41 years. Because after 41 years, I do truly believe it is time. And not to blame any one individual, and we thank all that have served, but clearly I believe a Wildrose government recognizes the grassroots. The Wildrose recognizes free votes. The Wildrose expect their MLAs to be their voice in the Alberta Legislature. And for that, we believe we'll have an even stronger government as a new and vibrant Wildrose government. Danielle Smith is a brilliant, young, energetic leader. She has been very passionate. She is someone that believes in Fort McMurray, and I'm proud to say, traveled on Highway 63 with me from Edmonton to Fort McMurray, something that none of the other leaders have done. And that separates us from this old and stale government. I'm excited about the future because truly I believe this is a democracy, it's a renewal of democracy. Government are changed every so many years. Well, this government that Don and Mike represent have been in power for 41 years. They kicked out your MLA for bringing your voice to their government, but they didn't like what they heard. They didn't like it because they wanted people to toe a party line. Ladies and gentlemen, the Wildrose government believes in free votes, not towing a party line, because you are the bosses, not someone in Edmonton called a premier. I ask you for your continued support in the future of this election.
Thank you. Thank you, Doug.
I'm glad to have the closing remarks. I thank the other candidates who are running for office. It's not an easy thing in this day and age to run for public office, but I am honored to be here today in this great atmosphere, a homely atmosphere, a down-home feeling, to have you all here. And I'm glad to represent a party that stands for change. Change, folks. It's time for change. Don't you think it's time that you were listened to? Fort McMurray will not be in the mess it's in, infrastructure-wise, today, if the PC party listened to you 20 years ago. Some may take the credit for the construction that's going on today, but Guy and I go back many years in locally elected office in Fort McMurray, sat on many committees and boards trying to persuade Alberta Infrastructure to start working up here. The voice of my friends, Keith and Carolyn Slade's son, cries out from the ground, finish 63. Widen 63. I would not be in my grave today if you had listened to my mother who sat on city council. That young boy, in the prime of his life, was snatched away from us because of Highway 63, which is dubbed the Highway of Death. I represent a party who has said, we don't need any more lobbying, we will begin working on 63. There are construction companies around. If you have to go to Newfoundland, you'll find them. BC, you'll find them. Manitoba, you'll find them. What an excuse. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank the Chamber of Commerce for their interest in the community. And I thank the volunteers who have acted with high integrity, who don't stoop to the level of creating
Thank you.
fake Twitters and Facebook accounts to harm people.
Okay, thank you, Doug. We really appreciate that. Thank you people for listening. I'm sure that the candidates will be around here to answer any questions if you want to speak to them person to person. Thank you very much.
Thank you everyone for coming
Network
and
Media, Fort
listening.
Mcmurray,
And I thank you,
all Network Media.
all of you,
Thank
all
you
the
very much.
candidates for being here. The purpose is to